and tricks to increase the brand engagement. So of course everybody wants to, increase the number of fans on Facebook, and that's always going to be a top level metric that we're going to be looking at. So how do we do that? Well, there are a lot of ways, and one thing we try to talk about a lot with our clients, and some of our clients understand this and some of them are still sort of getting used to it, but create something exclusive within Facebook that you can't get anywhere else. If I go to to a Facebook page and I see essentially the same information that I see on a website homepage, I have no reason to ever come back there. But if I go to a Facebook page and I see something exclusive or special or more targeted or more impactful for me, then I have a reason to keep coming back to Facebook. And that's really what we're talking about. We also like the idea of rewarding your super fans or your most loyal fans. And how do we track who those people are? It ties back to the data and the analysis. So if you have the tracking tools in place for your Facebook campaigns, you can then see the super users, what we call them, the people who continuously comment, continuously like different things that we're doing, continuously participate in surveys and polls. And you can actually reach out to those people. You can offer them special rewards, you can offer them guest posting opportunities, guest blogging opportunities, to just become sort of part of a VIP group of people within your network. And I think that people respond very well to that. I know a lot of case studies have shown that people who are very passionate about a brand or a product really like to become involved and they like to be noticed. So rewarding those people is a great idea. Let fans help create the offer. Ask for help, do contests, run quizzes and surveys to ask people, what's your favorite product? We may think we know what our customer base likes the best about us, and we may find something very different when we actually survey or ask them. So it's a great way to, again, involve your customers in your process. Be concise. This is one we've struggled with some of our clients. A lot of our clients view Facebook as an extension of their blog for some strange reason. So they will type very long posts about how wonderful and superb and fabulous their product is. And we think that's great, and we think a blog is a good place for that. But we think Facebook is a place to be concise and to really get to the point and to ask questions and to try to engage your users. So we really try to work with our customers on keeping those updates short and concise. I think the same thing goes for Twitter. I think it's great that Twitter allows us to use 140 characters. I find that I very, very rarely actually use all of those characters. I'm sort of in the 60 to 80 character range, typically. And I think that social media is all about brevity and just getting to the point. And you know what? There's always the next tweet. There's always the next update. So you don't have to shove everything into one update. I also think it's important to look at other ways outside of customer service or just updates that you can engage your customers. So I think that it's great when people log on to one of our clients' Facebook accounts to ask for a phone number or driving directions or those types of things. But I also see it as sort of a red flag that they couldn't find that information as quickly and easily as maybe they should. And so I look at ways to continue to enhance that user experience so that Facebook is used in a way that's a little bit different than just asking for a phone number or trying to, find driving directions, those types of things. Posts that occur outside of business hours typically do see increased engagement rates. We've conducted a few different surveys to identify the top times of day to post, and most people think it's, sort of like email, it should be Tuesday at 10 o'clock every week. That's the rule. I know that to be true. It's been that way for 11 years, and it's like, no, actually, that's not true. Facebook is very different, and even email is different now. A lot of studies I've been reading show that Tuesdays at 10 is not the magic time to send an email anymore, but I don't know a lot about that. With Facebook, I do know that there is a much higher level of engagement typically when you're posting at odd hours. So a good thing to keep in mind is if you're using a publishing tool, you can schedule posts for outside of business hours and then track that on your own and see if those posts actually do receive a little bit more engagement. The thought process behind it is that people are typically home, they're a little bit more casual, they're not in a hurry, they're not worried about their boss walking in and having to minimize Facebook really quick, they're in a different environment. So they can potentially engage a little bit more. We found the couple of peak times with Facebook for engagement are early morning, right after work, and then late at night. It's like, oh, the kids are finally, gone to bed, I finally got the dishes done, now's my time to sort of chill out with my laptop, my MacBook Air, in bed, watching TV, talking on the phone, still multitasking, but able to kind of calm down a little bit and really spend some time with Facebook. So, of course, we see engagement tend to increase in those times. So a breakdown of engagement by industry, this information is pulled from Mashable, and just a quick note, if anyone's not familiar with Mashable.com, anyone familiar with Mashable.com? It's a really good resource if you're interested in social media, search, all things digital marketing, really. It gives a lot of good case studies, a lot of good insights, a lot of good data, highly recommended as a resource. So this information comes from Mashable. These are best strategies and examples of times to use Facebook by industry. So you can see that entertainment is typically better on the weekends, which kind of makes sense. You can see that media is better on the weekends as well, when people have a little more time. Automotive is best on Sunday. I think maybe because the dealerships are closed, it's a time when people do a lot of research about what they're going to be doing if they're looking to purchase a new car over the next couple weeks or months. Business and finance tends to be Wednesdays and Thursdays. Retail Sunday, we were kind of surprised about that one. But again, I think people are looking for sales or deals or things that are going to be going on for the upcoming week. And then healthcare and beauty going into the weekend, that would make sense. So Thursdays, food and beverage, Tuesdays and Saturdays, which are typically big days for planning what you're going to be doing over the weekends. And then travel and hospitality tends to be towards the end of the week as well, when I think people are sort of, you know, not as busy at work, not as time crunched, and they're starting to think about other things.